Okay, good morning, Chris Harrison. You have just revealed the women. How many flight attendants did we have? 3, 4, 12?
14.
So what do you think you could tell the audience the odds are that Peter ends up with a flight attendant? His parents did that.
Right, it would be, what's it, like between 17 and 23% he ends up with a flight attendant.
Wow.
I've narrowed down. That's the Vegas odds. Harris has that on the board. Well, and and people have to remember that that's how Peter's parents met. His parents are definitely his life goals, his love goals. They're definitely a big part of this season as well. And so, hey, could history repeat itself? Could he end up with a flight attendant?
And so much opportunity for so many aviation jokes.
Yeah, I'm going to apologize to you and everyone else right now. Aviation, windmill, you name it, it's there. We're going to lean into it a little bit. This pilot thing's going to fly itself on out.
I am so excited. Prop clear. I have no idea what's coming, but I know that my life will never be the same.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna find Peter in the cockpit?
Wow, see, that's why I can't go that far.
I'm sorry.
That's aggressive.
We're a G-rated show. Also a lot of pageant ladies.
Yeah.
So we know one pageant lady's coming back, Hannah Brown. And does she know some of these other pageant women? Is there drama with girls she might know from the past?
No, there's not really drama from Hannah's life to this one. It's not like a Kaylin spillover. So it's not that they all know each other. It's just, but yeah, we're still, I guess, leaning also into this pageant world that we've kind of delved into with Kaylin and Hannah from last season. And there are girls that do know each other from the pageant world, but it's not a Hannah crossover. But that would have been a good note. We should have done that.
How much does Hannah cause drama or bring something into this season? We've seen the clips, and her and Peter seem to have this palpable chemistry, but every time I've interviewed Hannah lately for a little show called Dancing with the Stars, she's very adamant about, I was filming Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. She was not filming Dancing with the Stars. Well, she was. I mean, she won it, but she also was appearing on.
How much is she on the show?
Like, clearly, you saw her on the show. Like,
right.
And so I think you will see her make a pretty big impression on the show.
Okay.
Look, in all seriousness, her and Peter, they just have this thing. That intangible kind of chemistry. And it's one of those things that no matter how much you think you're over somebody, when you see each other, it's a thing. It's still a thing. And it's not to say, look, is he over her? Is she over him? I'm not going to get into that. I'll let them deal with that on the show. But it's a thing. And there is some serious chemistry between the two that's just undeniable. And that's why we wanted to have her back on the show. It's not just a, hey, I'm here to hit you on the shoulder and say good luck.
Okay.
It's more than that.
Do they kiss?
No, I won't. I was gonna say it's more than that. It's not more than the kissing. What I meant was it's more than just a, hey buddy, good luck.
More than a handshake.
Yes.
Okay. So, in the Bachelor Lexicon, we were kind of looking back at how things will be remembered. Colton's season, virginity and a fence jump.
Colton. Colton! He just jumped the fence.
Hannah's season, empowerment in a windmill.
This is my first fantasy suite. A little nervous. I don't have any expectations, but intimacy is really important to me and something that I hold dear in my heart. It's important to have those moments where I can be like, my body is your body, my heart is your heart, my soul. Like, we are completely entangled in every single way.
What is Peter's season?
Wow, those are amazing taglines too. Sorry, but honestly, the thing is, you don't know yet because we knew the fence jump was going to be a big deal, but the fact that it became such a thing, and Hannah saying, we did it 4 times in a windmill and Jesus still loves me. You don't know those things are going to happen. You don't know they're really going to be such a focal point of the show. So I'm not sure what it's going to be with Peter. Obviously, the gash across the face will be a thing. Hopefully that's not all he's known for. But that'll be a moment this season that happens a little bit into it. It's obviously while we're traveling, so we have to get out of LA because it happens on our second stop while we're traveling. I don't think that'll become a centerpiece, but it'll be a story.
How much does it affect things? Because does it affect like what dates he can do or how much he has to take care of it? How much does the cut
You know, it's funny,
play?
we were talking about this it should have affected the show more than it did. And I mean that in that we were probably not great at helping him take care of it as much as he should have.
Oh.
We probably should have been better. But he's such a gamer, and this is why I love Peter. He immediately was apologetic about doing it and felt so bad that he had messed up the show and ruined our lives and ruined the franchise. And so he, I think probably before he should have, was diving into waterfalls and pools of water and things when it probably shouldn't have been.
Little infection
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Okay.
But so he's such a sweet, sincere, loving guy he's a team player and he wanted to help us out. So.
Okay. Well, Hannah's season will also be remembered for the JED girlfriend scandal.
Yeah.
Do we get a bigger, more dramatic scandal this season? How does it up the ante?
There's I mean, this needless to say, there's a lot of drama, but there is a lot of drama this season, and it involves several of the women. There's a lot of layers. And
You mentioned Victoria. You said she goes through anything and everything.
She goes through everything.
How much is she part of it
Everything
all?
that's ever happened, ever on the show,
What does
it's
that
happened, and then
mean?
made up stuff. There's a lot of firsts with her, and it's she's just a part of a wild ride, and it's some of it is self-induced, some of it just happens to her.
Is she a villain?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Ends
She's
up
our
that
season
way.
villain?
I don't know if she's the season villain, but
'Cause-
I think she ends up as one. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, she posted on Instagram this big thing about don't believe the rumors, you're going to have to see it all.
Yeah. Well, let it play out, and that's what I mean. I guess it's hard to pin her as "quote unquote" the villain because there's a lot of layers, a lot of interesting, dramatic layers to this season with a lot of these women.
I got to go back to Hannah for a second.
Yeah.
2 quick rapid fire questions. 1, could Hannah ever be the Bachelorette again?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah. I mean, I love Hannah. She's one of my favorites. Obviously, she has a lot of heat and momentum after that mirror ball thing she just did.
Do you think her and Tyler should be together? Some fans still want that.
I think if she was ever the Bachelor, I think it'd be fun if he showed up.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know, and I'm speaking completely out of school. I don't know him well enough to know what his life is like anymore. I don't know what's going on. But if he's still single and she's still single, stunningly attractive couple.
There you go. All right, a Fantasy Suites rapid fire. This is Pilot Pete, what's up in the air? How many times is windmill said per episode?
Oh, I don't know. I would set the over/under at 7.
Okay. How does Pete top his windmill fantasy suite? A cave? A plane?
I was going to say 5 times
Oh, does he?
because it
Peter?
was 4 times the first. Now it's 5.
Really?
Reference from night 1.
Oh, wow. Okay. Peter told me before the season began that he was not a member of the Mile High Club. Does he become one?
Someone might be carrying that card now, or maybe not.
Pete kept flying, right? He continued being a pilot as he filmed? How many times does he enter the cockpit?
Peter Peter enters the cockpit
You're not doing real math.
4 times.
Oh my God, are you? Okay.
Oh, I see what you were doing there.
Okay. Yep, I'm crying. Does he continue to fly? Did he
Oh,
keep
yeah.
flying as a pilot while you were filming?
Oh, was he commercially flying?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
He took time off to shoot the show,
Okay.
and actually, got some help filling it around. But he didn't step away from his airline, and he's back. He's already back flying commercially. Yeah,
He's got to avoid
And
those
actually,
fans.
because I talked to Peter obviously quite a bit because we're neighbors back again, and he was just excited to be back and flying again and back with the airline, and probably because that's where he gets some solace and quiet and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how do things end up for Peter?
Could you imagine if you're flying and you're like, "Hey, everybody, it's Bachelor Peter.
I think he should.
We're headed to Cincinnati, and make sure to catch the show tonight on ABC."
Why didn't you guys do a deal with Delta?
Guess who dropped the ball? Delta. Nice epic fail. Like, way to not be a part of it. How would you not lean into that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a sponsorship waiting to
Nice
happen.
whiff.
How do things end up for Pete?
Well, he's married. She's pregnant.
Great.
Yeah. Spoiler alert? Should I
You guys
say
are
spoiler alert?
zipping along these days.
No, it's a wild. I will say this, and I don't mean this as a pilot reference or anything. It's a wild ride for Peter. It is a very wild ride. I was trying to think of a season I could go back and reference, kind of like a Ben Higgins type of season where it's a guy who really wears his heart and his emotions on his sleeve and is really good at compartmentalizing, but almost too much so, that he really lends. He has a tough time kind of just like, cutting the cord with people and things kind of linger and stuff, and that makes it difficult as he kind of kicks the can down the road. you meet some emotional roadblocks and things get pretty tough down the road. And
So he
and I have some heart-to-hearts.
Okay. I feel like his emotions spill over.
Yeah.